welcome to Not Bound. Today I wanted to show you how to glass preserve your eggs. We do this in lime, pickling lime. So it's really easy. I'm going to show you how I do the eggs. This is a half-gallon mason jar, and I'm just going to show you how I do the eggs, what to check for, and how to do the process. I am under the weather, guys, so please forgive my hoarseness and lack of breath. I do have my delicious healing chai with mushroom in it. It's so delicious. So I should have some of this up on our website soon. So look forward to that. All right, well, let's get into it's not pickling eggs, but preserving eggs. So we are starting off with fresh eggs. They have not been washed. You want to choose your cleanest eggs, and you want to look over them. So as you can see here, this particular egg is not a good source. It does have a little bit of a crack in it. So this is going to go with, this is going to be given to an animal. And this is another one. You don't want to pickle anything that that's not good. So we'll hold these off for the animals. And I'm just looking at the eggs to make sure there's no cracks. And the way I do this is I'm going to hold the mason jar kind of to the side, put my hand in it, and we are just going to kind of circle these around. This is how I get the most out of the mason jar technique. Some eggs are bigger than others, so obviously they're not always uniform. So you just have to figure out which ones work best. I try to think of it like as a flower. I'm putting around about 5 in the circle, and they don't always stay perfect. Like, that's not how life works. It's not perfect, and this guy's just so big. It's all about delicate, guys. All about delicate here. Be careful not to get too rough with the eggs or to force them, because they will break. And if you have to dig out, if one of these does break and you don't see it until later, and the yolk comes out of it, you'll need to take that out and put it in a new batch of lime water. All right. Make sure your girls have the calcium, and that way they don't break so easily. Or oyster shells.
Still calcium.
Yeah, some calcium. I also take my eggshells and I cook them, and then I will feed them back to the girls, the eggshells. It's a good way to get it. I have already gone through all these eggs, so that's why I know most of these are already good. So that's why I'm not checking them but definitely check them before you start adding them. And you want to choose your cleanest eggs. Again, you don't want to wash them because it'll take the bloom off, and that takes the protective layer off of it, and we do not want that. So keep them in unwashed. Wash your hands before. All right. And see, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so let's go. So the fall season, we're here in the fall season, and the idea is that it's going to start slowing down, but I feel like it picks up because I'm doing all my last minute things. Okay, so this is about what we're going to get here. Oh, thanks. All right, so as you can see, I didn't count them. I think I get about 15 to 20. The next thing we're going to do is I have filtered water here. This is filtered. This is a quart. We're going to turn on our weight. So you have to weigh this, okay? So you do need a scale for this. I'm going to cover up my drink. You do not want to have a fan on. This pickling lime is very dusty. All right, we're just going to do, we're looking for an ounce. So we're looking 1 ounce per quart. And that's of liquid quart of water. So also be careful because it can be, that's 1.1. That's close enough for me. All right, and then I just take the water and I pour it inside. As you see, you do not want to breathe that in. So make sure you don't have a fan on. And you probably should wear protective layers, but I don't. Because I don't follow the rules. All right. Mixing this up. I brought a towel here. And then we're just going to pour in this liquid inside the eggs. That's about perfect. I'll add a little bit more water to cover all of the eggs up. The other thing is I could just take this egg out and put this in my other batch. So that's your other option. I've done both. So we'll put the top on here. We're going to put a date on, and then we're going to store it. And these can be good for, I've read up to 3 years. So as the winter goes on, this we'll be able to use our eggs from here to, you know, over the next, you know, couple of months when the girls stop laying. Right now they're still laying quite a bit. They're laying about 1 every day. So I'm still getting about a dozen of eggs a day. So that's why I really decided to start preserving them. All right, guys, I have now 2 of them completed. The eggs are completely submerged in the water. And I choose these plastic lids because I don't want the corrosion of the other lids. And you could probably use the other lids, the standard metal lids that come with this. It's going to be probably fine. I just prefer to use these. I have labeled them. You can put glass eggs in your date. You can put eggs in a date. You can put lime eggs. I did want to show you that they the lime will naturally settle to the bottom, and that's completely okay and normal. As you can see, it'll go in the eggs. And so one thing that you could do is any type of big jar, pickling jars. I have already did like 2 or 3 big pickling jars were perfect for this. Any type of glass container. You can also get a really big food grade plastic storage and do it as well. I like the idea of the smaller glasses. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to feel better. So the smaller glass jars, I really like them because I can grab the eggs from there. You want to rinse them off really, really well before you use them. Now, I've read a lot where they say you want to use the pointy eggs, you know, do it pointy. I try my hardest to get all of the pointy sides in, but they don't always fit that way. And if anyone's actually had luck doing pointy side down on every single egg, congratulations. I have found that that is not really working for me. And so I have also talked to older people, and they said that it didn't really matter. So you have to let me know how yours is going, and if you've seen a difference. And the eggs should be good, almost like new, fresh as they could be. You know, 6 months to a year and a half, and they can change. I've read where sometimes if you, the longer they sit, of course they'll change a little bit different. Maybe they'll be a little bit more liquidy and not as solid, so you may not be able to fry an egg, but you'll be able to use it in your pancake batter situation. Again, just really want to hit on that they need to be fresh eggs, like within the last day or 2. They do not need to be washed. Do not wash them. They need to be as clean as possible. And then just put them down and get your lime solution on it. Store it. Make sure you write a date on it. And 1 part 1 quart to 1 ounce. So 1 quart water to 1 ounce of lime. There's some debate on if it should be 700 parts to 1 part water, or 1 part and half a part, but we're going to stick with the 1 ounce to 1 quart. I feel like that's a really good middle part. All right, guys, I hope you found this interesting. Please like, subscribe, and share this video for anyone else that you think that could use this. And we will share some more videos coming up soon about some wild crafting herbs. See you guys.